in part 2 of this, we're going to look at the hands and how we can add in the fingers to these hands. Okay? So, what we're going to do is we're going to first create another cylinder, and again, this cylinder has subdivision axis of 8. So I have a combination of 4 polygons, 4 quads. 1, 2, 3, 4 polygons. And these are going to be the fingers. So I can go like this, maybe kind of go like this. And I'm going to want to have it like shoot straight out of here. So I'm going to press D and V. D gets me into pivot point. V snaps to point. And I'm going to put my pivot point so it's right there in that center. And now I'm going to press V, which is snap. And I'm going to align it here and rotate it that way. And I'm in object mode. If I'm in world mode, it's going to be like that, and it's going to be hard to follow. But I go in object mode, I can just pull it out there, and this is going to kind of, I'll be able to manipulate this according to the axis of the object. Okay. So next, what I want to do is I want to extrude this out a little bit more to get it ready for the fingers. So I'll go to my modeling toolkit. Not multicut, extrude, and reset it, and I'll push it out just a smidgen, something like that. Now, what I need to do is I need to prepare this for 3 fingers, and each of these fingers has 8 sides, right? Because it's 4 quads. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, exactly. Alright, but right now I have one set of 4-sided polygons. I have 8 right here, but I need to split this in so that there's one here, and one here. So how do I do this while maintaining this with a low polygon mesh? I can go to my multicut tool, and I'm just going to go around like this. Press return. And what you'll see is this keeps things either a quad or a triangle. Next, I can go here, here, here. So now this has one set of quads and another. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, exactly the same number as this one. But this side doesn't have that yet. It has it, but it needs to be split here. And then what I might want to do is go to this vertex, pull it out a bit, this vertex, pull it out a bit. So then I have 1, 2, 3, 4 quads here. So same thing here. And pull this out. And now I have my quads. The topology here will match the topology there. So what I can do now, I could go in here and I can extrude, offset, push it out a little bit. So you see how that's kind of moving there. Because you see there's like and there's a bump there, we can kind of pull this up a little bit. We'll see how we might fix this. And then, you know, what I might do is extrude it one more time. Reset, offset it just a bit. And you see here that it's getting a little bit better. And I can even delete this and start pulling my vertices. Press V, V for snap to point, so that this aligns with this. There we go. So it's quite nice right there. And I'd want to do the same thing here. Extrude, push it out a bit. It's always good to kind of look at my image plane. Alright, we'll probably want to pull this out a little bit. Same thing here. Okay. And again, extrude. There we go. And this one, I would keep somewhat over here. Duplicate this over. Something like that. So you can see how I'm aligning the mesh here with the mesh here. Okay. Now, if we're not super happy yet, we can go in here. Let's look at this. You can see it comes down quite a bit more. Right about there. Okay. This is better. We can go in here. We can grab these guys. Push it just a smidgen more. And I actually want to so I'm trying to make my adjustments as I go along. Look down here. So this part is closed, this part's closed, so now it's just the central knuckle. Can maybe grab faces. Pull. And what this does, you'll see here now, if I want, I can grab this vertex, pull it out. It's giving me a knuckle right there. Might want to extrude that out a little bit, just so that I can have a clearer knuckle, because this knuckle is very clear. All right. Now, what about my fingers? Not really where I want them to be. So let's look at the side view here. I'm just going to delete this because I'll duplicate this over. Once I've created one, I can just use it over again and scale it up. And you'll see here, I want to make this a little rounder. Make it as even as possible. Make it as even as possible. Okay. Nice. Even these guys you might want to bring in. so that it's more even. You want to make that mesh flow as even as possible. Alright. That finger. Alright. Let's just grab this. Move it up. Rotate it a smidgen. Okay, there we go. Alright, so this one right here is that middle finger right here. It's almost connected right there. And we can go here, scale this down, maybe rotate it, go here. We can grab these guys, push it out just a little bit, release a little bit. Okay. Multicut. Okay. Alright, so it's looking like that kind of finger. Let's just sharpen it out just a little bit more with an extrude. Reset. Offset. Oops, a bit too much of an offset. And you can go in here, grab these guys, go in here, press 3. There we go. It's not bad. Looking pretty good. You can sharpen it up later if we really want to. It's nice, kind of got that nice curvature. So now that this one is done, I can duplicate it, move it over here, move another one over here, duplicate it, move it over there, and if I remember correctly, they splay out a little bit, so I'm going to want to rotate that over. Rotate that over. Now, like the drawing has it a little bit more random. We're just going to make it somewhat even right now, and we can add in those kind of more randomy bits later on. We're trying to get the basic feel first. Okay. And I want to delete these faces. I'm going to connect it to there. Okay. Same thing here. Let's delete some faces. So, for or let's move this back close, about like that. Move this back about like that. And let's go here. There we go. Extrude. Offset just a smidgen. Delete. Let's go in here. And you'll see this is quite tedious, but this is what modeling is. You gotta get in there and you just gotta do it. Pick vertex by vertex. Okay, there we go. Do the same thing with this. Extrude. Delete. One more. Okay. Not too bad. So for now, let's say this is pretty close. There's a lot more work I would want to do, but let's just start with this and say it's close, and we can combine these, and now we can, you'll see here I have these aren't actually connected yet. Even though they're combined into one object, they're not yet connected. So I go here, merge components. Go here, merge components. So these ones right here, let's see if they're going to merge or not. 20 of them selected. Didn't do it because I moved it a little bit, so that's okay. Let's change our threshold to 0.1. Too much. Threshold to 0.01. There we go. And from now those are merged. Good. And we can just check it by pressing 3, and you'll see that we got a nice little hand going on. Again, this is still what I would call just the rough mesh, but it gets us started. That's going to be it for part 2.